So that's why I look at it like, man, because look, when I first got out of the military, I think everybody, when they first got out of the military, first thing they do is smoke weed.
Oh, yeah.
I was still in Cali at this
did.
Of course. Hey, 'cause I was still in Cali at this time, man. I remember one of my friends, his name was Mac. Man, this dude, bro, he's a good guy, a legend and everything. And like my own state of mind is like, oh, this Mac. Bro, we were smoking. Bro. So we hit like 2-3 blunts. And then went to McDonald's, got something to eat, came back, smoked again. When I tell you I woke up, I was paralyzed. I couldn't move. Like people don't believe me when I tell y'all this. Like, bro, I was literally paralyzed. I was like this. I'm trying to get up from the couch to go use the bathroom. I can't. I'm shaking to move my neck. I'm rolling, trying to roll my body off.
That's why they call it indica, bro. It'll leave you in the couch.
Yeah. But oh God, I literally was. I was forearm crawling to the bathroom, and then by the time I got to the bathroom, I'm trying to pull myself up. I was like, bro, you sure it was just weed or bro?
That's when you gotta take a couple deep breaths and like get your perception of reality.
I thought I couldn't breathe. I thought I couldn't breathe at the time, but then like,
sativa have you freaking out though. Sativa, like I remember one time I smoked sativa. I felt like I was about to have a heart attack.
Exactly.
Like, I ain't even joking.
That should get you active.
Yes. That's what I used to smoke when I went to the gym, but then I realized, like, I don't know, I started having heart complications with that shit, though. I'm telling you, like, it was weird because I ain't never felt, like, weird off of pot, you know. I was always just, I'd hit it, I'd feel immediately good, right? But now I'm telling you, it's just new stuff. You hit it, heart attack, like, wait, what happened? I'm telling you.
It's like you be hearing your heartbeat. It's really like the scene off of Friday. Like, what's that?
Yeah.
Friends.
That's my heart. But I think really it's just like that mindset shift when we go from basically something that we know is not good for us to something that's like that's going to be more beneficial for us in the long run. Like the gym, running, painting, everything. Like it's like really, they say like if you don't use it, you lose it. So if we actually use the talents that we got, because literally we're limitless beings. We got the potential to do anything we want and put our mind to. So when you put it, if you envision that means anything we want, we can learn, or anything we need to do, we can learn. It's just about we're creatures of habit, like you said. Until we shake up that norm and make this new norm the new norm, it's just like we're in a constant battle with ourselves. And I think people that the people that are addicted and the people that are in the gym every day, they're both doing the same thing. Mm-hmm. They both battling themselves, and look, God be beside you on both sides whenever you going through both battles. But you can
I fully support pot to the fullest.
Yeah,
I believe that pot does give you some medical benefits. I do 100%. I think elderly people should definitely smoke that shit.
I think my mom and my grandma need to smoke some weed because low-key they stressing me out by stressing themselves out.
For real.
But
for younger generation, I think that if you want to hit it, that's whatever. But don't go to the extent of like waking up in the morning smoking 2 blunts. You know, I think that, like I said, I see the medical value of it. But like coming from somebody who, I'm telling you, I would smoke at least like over an eighth a day, at least like. Easy.
Yo,
like
and
easy.
You don't even notice it.
No.
Like
Expensive.
before I left high school, like I was smoking, but it was more of like a occasional thing, like whenever I'm hanging out with my friends and, you know, something to do before we actually do something.
Yeah.
But once I got to college, man, I started smoking like I could cop zips with my friends, and that shit's gone by the end of the week, right. Man. Like I'll be at work, you know, I'll get my schoolwork done, but it became a part of my routine, and I became like addicted to it. And, you know, it wasn't until I recently started counseling that, you know, he challenged me. He was like, you know, you've been addicted to it for a good 2-3 years now. You know, like, who are you when you're not high? Like, who are you when you're sober? And, you know, I've been going through a rough patch, so I was forced to, like, give it up for a little bit. But during that time, I've learned that, like, mediation is key.
Yeah.
Like I can still smoke and indulge in it, but not become obsessed with it and have to rely on it to feel normal and feel good about myself or what I'm doing. So like if you do want to smoke, you know, just make sure you're watching your levels And like you said, like sativa could kick your ass.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
So the hybrids too, man.
What? Oh yeah, I like a good hybrid.
And they put you on your shit.
Yeah.
I like a good
so
hybrid.
if you're gonna do something, you need to be aware of it. Like if I'm gonna go to the gym, I probably don't want to smoke beforehand. I'm gonna let my body get like those natural chemicals, and then afterwards I could smoke, let myself calm down, and then find something else to do.
Facts.
Like it's all about mediation. I used to smoke when I woke up, before I went to class, after I came from class, before I went to work. Shit, I used to smoke before I go to my plug. Now I smoke with my plug, leave, go straight to work. On my break, I'm smoking again.
Right.
Bro, like it's bad, man. And like I used to use it just to like numb out my pain and all the stress that I had to go through.
Yeah.
And like that's why I feel bad for a lot of people who are addicted to it, because I understand and I've been there. It's just like something.
And it's
you rely
not
on.
something easy to give up.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody says. Like they say, oh, it ain't as bad as pills. It ain't as bad as that. It ain't the fact that you're fighting like the THC. It's just the fact that you're fighting the
feelings, like who you are while you're high is just you feel so relaxed and like euphoric.
Yeah.
But
You
when you're
feel so
sober,
good,
you like those thoughts come up and you have to fight them. Like you have to face who you are in those moments when you're not high and you're not numb.
Facts. Cause like
That's right.
I think my like one of my mentors, like back when I was working, everybody gonna know, I had a lot of jobs, but like I was working in a jewelry store and everything else too. But I remember one of my mentors came up there and saw me in the he's like, he smelt it on me. He's like, I ain't got nothing against weed. But ask yourself this. Is there anything bad about it? He's like, no, not really. But what good does it do for you? I was like, he's like, it really doesn't do shit for you, but like, it just numbs you. It numbs you from the stuff. It's basically like a pause button, I feel like. It's like, okay, I put all my problem on pause while I'm high. But after the high leaves, I gotta face my problems still. He's like, if you just go and face them now, that's less bullshit you're gonna have to deal with later on. And I was like, damn. He hit me with that nugget. I was like, bro, you been stalking me or some shit? He's like, it's funny because certain people in your life, they know what you're capable of and where you should be at. And then there's certain people that will actually push you to better yourself. Yep. Because they see like, oh, you're falling into the rut where mostly everybody else is. And you had these certain goals. You the one that told them your goals, like, hey, man, this is what I'm planning on doing. And they holding you accountable. Like, those people are needed.
Right. And I think that's something lost in this generation.
Yeah.
Too. Everybody's so worried about their self. You know, they're not really worried about everyone else. But they're failing to realize that if you bless the people around you and set them up, they will set you up.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I think that's really lacking in our generation.
Fact. What you think, Eddie?
Man, I feel like I said, like you need people who give you good advice, but also I feel like those learning moments where, you're put in a situation and it really forces you to think about it, those are also key for your growth.
Exactly.
Like when I was still, like just this past year when I was still smoking all the time, sometimes I would go out, or if it's family or I'm with my girl, it's like, I need to go smoke before we do this. And they would look at me and they'd be like, like, what's the issue? And I'd be like, oh, like my social battery ain't high, or, like I'm just not feeling it. Really, it's just I don't feel like myself because I'm not high or like I'm coming down from it. So I like to go recharge real quick before we go and do something else. And it's like, I feel like I got to the point where I couldn't even like enjoy the presence of people who I cared about if I wasn't high.
Damn.
Yeah,
so,
that's true.
Like, I had to reevaluate. Initially, like, if my family or my girl, they'd be like, oh, like, you want to be around your friends more than me. And like, nah, it's not like that. I'm telling you, like, it's just the weed.
Right.
Like, that feeling makes me feel like I could do anything in the world, but at the same time, I had become so addicted to it that, like, it was the only thing I knew. And now, like, I still smoke a little bit, but it's nowhere near the levels I used to. So it's like I'm able to tell myself, like, no, like, I'm good right now. Or, like, I could go do something and not feel like I need to go smoke right beforehand.
I don't think there's anything wrong with smoking a joint right after work.
Nah, no, I still relax.
Yeah,
that's
I don't
like,
think there's nothing wrong.
You don't put in all that work. You put in all that work. You deserve.
You dang right.
You deserve to relax.
Yeah, I mean, if you can let somebody get drunk, why can't somebody get high?
Mm-hmm. Much safer than drinking too.
It is.
It's a double standard. It's a double standard on that because like people are like, oh, you high.
You're a dope head.
You're under the influence. You're a pothead. I was like, bro.
B's over there in the corner, like, can't even hold his head up.
Exactly.
Man, when you like used to the weed again, I don't know. I could function perfectly. Like I could drive much better when I'm high than when I'm drunk.
Maybe a little slower at the pedal.
All right. Have anyone else had this problem when they was high? Because like you said, driving wise, like you be feeling like you're speeding, and you look down at shit, you like. You actually doing the speed limit or some shit? Or like you think you're doing the speed limit but you going like slow as shit?
Yeah, you going like 20 miles under?
I'll be like, oh shit, hold up. I'm looking now, I was like.
And that's just because you chilling so much. But like on that same note, if I'm listening to some like hype ass music, I'm going to whatever level that music is going, man. Like, hey, if it's bumping and it's at max volume in my car, I'm probably going like 15, 10 over the speed limit, minimum.
Because like when I used to go down to Miami and stuff, I kid you not, this was my whole fucking thing. I had to smoke beforehand. I smoked in between. But when I'm driving, I'm making sound effects and everything. Like every time I cut someone, I'm like shoo, shoo, shoo. That's like I'm playing a video game because like I be locked GTA. In. Like I be when I say I be locked in when I used to be high and driving, and then it's just like it made it seem like the drive wasn't as bad. Mm-hmm. But then later on when you out of weed, you got to drive back and that 12-hour drive, you be like. But this shit's hell.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you one thing. If you got long trips though, it will make the time go by.
Like that.
You smoke one blunt and then that hour and a half, 2 hours that you was expecting to go by in 30 minutes.
Like nothing. Like for real.
Especially listening to some good music too, man. Because I live in my family's in South Florida, so whenever I drive back home for the breaks and everything,
ooh, you be hitting the fast music.
Yeah, I gotta smoke something, man. Like. Especially this little stretch of the Panhandle, shit is killer.
That's the worst one because when you get to like Gator Alley and go to the Turnpike, bro, that's a straight shot after that.
Right.
That's like all right. You already know. I'm almost home, and it's just 3 hours. Boom. It's just that.
I hate that feeling whenever you're like driving and then like cop gets right up behind you, and he's not even trying to pull you over. You out here, you trying to throw shit out the window.
Yeah, you getting ready, man.
Yeah, you getting ready to hurry up and hide it, and he just goes right around you. He leaves your ass with your heart beating like that.
What? But no, as a matter of fact, hey, I don't know if most people know this, but like the update on iPhones, like actually the new map, it actually shows you when they got their radar on. Because when I went down to Orlando for Halloween, it just kept telling me a speed trap ahead. I was like, what the fuck is a speed trap? And I slowed down a little bit just to see what it was. It was literally a cop on the side with the gun. I was like, oh shit, don't tell me this shit done got the hack for now I know where to slow down at.
They ain't get sued yet?
Huh?
They ain't get sued yet for that? Because I used to have to download apps.
I know
you got to buy the little equipment.
That pig and everything. Yeah.
No, they got it on maps now.
Yeah, they got it on maps. Yeah.
They got it on Google Maps now.
Yeah. So I was like, they don't fucking change the game. So there's actually no excuse for somebody to get pulled over for speeding on the interstate. As long as you got your Google Maps on or your Apple Maps, there's no excuse. Because look, even if you high as shit, if you don't break that speed limit,
you ain't gonna know.
They ain't got to worry about you. But shit, like you said, but like nowadays, when I do smoke occasionally, it's just like. It's really just to relax now. It's not because like, oh, I'm trying to numb my feelings. I'm expressing myself. It's like, I'm like, man, I just need something else to relax.
Makes music good though.
What? What?
Music.
The food.
What?
Yeah, and if you're a bulker, I highly recommend it. So if you go into the gym and you need a bulk, get you a good indica real quick.
Because you can smack down all that food with ease, man. It don't matter how much or how bland it tastes. It should be good for you.
I ate 3,000 calories. Actually, I ate 3,000 calories earlier. Like I've had 2 meals so far, and I've had 3,000 calories so far.
Damn.
And I gotta eat.
You gotta eat like
2 or 3 more meals. They're probably gonna be about.
You're gonna jump up you're gonna jump up like 20, 40.
I'm trying to hit 200 pounds.
Yeah, you should jump up 20 pounds. But I ain't gonna like you said with the music and shit though. I ain't gonna lie. If anyone listen to Young Thug, I'll let you know this right now. If you listen to him sober, it's one thing. If you listen to him high, you understand every word he's saying.